Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, I am Hussaina Jibril. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you how you can start 5 businesses in Nigeria with 100,000 or less. If this is something you're interested in watching, then definitely stick around. Before we go further, I want to say that I'm not going to go into the details, into the last detail of how you're going to start these businesses, but I'm going to give you a fair idea of how to start it so that you'll be able to have something to start your research on. And without further ado, let's go into it. The first business I'm going to discuss is laundry business. Yes, you might say laundry, how? Well, what I'm trying to do is all the businesses that I'm going to mention are things that you can actually start from where you are, and then you start, you grow eventually. So when we say laundry business, you can start laundry business with 100,000 or less. Yes, you can get somebody, get a person, one person that will be doing the washing in your house, and then you have designated lines that you can dry the clothes. You can either use the washing machine, or the person can use their hands and with the brush. Though a lot of people do not like people that wash their clothes with brush because it tends to wear the clothes so fast. But you can look into it and go do your research to see which works better, and then you can get a washing machine, and then you start you make a little flyer and you tell people around that this is the business that I've started. I do laundry services. You get there's this nylon that they normally put the clothes in. Once the clothes are washed and ironed, then you put them in, you know, so that they look very nice and very professional. And then the people can you can either offer pick up and drop off services, or the people can do that by themselves. And then by the time you do your research, you will know how much they charge per pair, and then you decide what in particular you're going to be focusing on. There's some people that they normally focus on corporate wears, others but if you're going to do corporate wears, then definitely you know that the machineries that you're going to use are going to be a lot higher than if you're going to do the regular day-to-day clothes. So you have to do your research further to see. But what you need is you need somebody that will be doing the washing, because obviously you cannot do the washing yourself in most cases anyway. You get somebody that will do the washing and the ironing, and then you try to see if you have steady light. If not, you'll be depending so much on generator, and it will eat up into the profit. And then you start with you can even start with the basins, and then you grow into using the washing machine. And then you dry the clothes out, you iron them, be very professional. Try to know which clothes are for who, so that you don't mix up clothes, and try to be on time. When you give people date for collection, try to be on time, and then eventually inshallah it will grow. That's the first business that you can start with 100,000 naira or less. Well, the first business is actually a physical business. So the second business I'm going to discuss will be an online business, so that it will balance it up, so that you can choose, you can have physical business or online business. But I will advocate that you should have both physical and online businesses, because COVID taught us that you need businesses beyond physical businesses actually. So the second business that I'm going to discuss is network marketing, and specifically here I'm going to discuss about Longreach Bioscience International. This is because I am also involved in Longreach Bioscience International, and I know that you need 100,000 or less to start Longreach business. All you need to do is identify the person that you're going to register under, and then you make the payment into the company's account, and then you give the person you're registering under the proof of payment. And in most cases, like the startup costs range from anything between 14,000 to 50,000 naira. You can start up with as little as that, and then you go into it. And let me tell you something. This is one business that I am doing that has so much returns, like within a short time. Something that I started quite low, but it grew within a short time. What I want to tell you about network marketing generally is that it's something that you have to speak to yourself about. You have to be prepared mentally and physically to go into it. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not like one chance thing that you just try your luck and then you get lucky and you get money. It's like every business that you want to get involved in, you need to give it time, you need to put in your effort before you can actually reap from it. And all you need to do is, once you register, then you use, ideally what I normally advise people is, when you register, you use the products first to see the effect of the product on you yourself, so that you can actually talk to others about it. Because if you don't know these products, how then will you be able to tell people about it? And it's not like you're forcing it on people. You must come and register, you must come and register, because that's what people assume, that it's all about you bringing to. But honestly, it goes beyond that, because it has things that can actually change your life. It has supplements that work wonders. If Allah wills that they're going to work on you, alhamdulillah, we've seen so many people that have used these products and they have so many testimonies to give. Personally, I used what even drew me to it was the toothpaste and the mosquito repellent. Those are the two things that I started using that I saw they had great impact on me. And because of that, I decided to give the business side of it a try. And I started with less than 100,000, of course. And alhamdulillah, it's all I can say. In another video, I'm going to discuss about long reach at length. But for now, long reach is something that you can start from wherever you are. All you need to do is just switch your brand of toothpaste, of your consumables, toothpaste, body cream, body wash, sanitary towel, you know, and then things like the supplements, the alkaline cup and things like that. And then you're good to go. You start using it, you start seeing the impact, and then you start telling people about the business side of it, as well as the product side of it. And that's that. So that's the business number 2 that you can start in Nigeria with 100,000 or less. The third business I'm going to talk about is going to be a physical business, and that is food business. When I say food business, it has different components. Food business can either be snacks, it could either be drinks, it could either be food like okay, let's say it could either be starters, main dish, or dessert. You choose whatever sector you want to be in, but I assure you that everything that goes into the stomach is lucrative business, and you don't need such a huge capital to start. Let's give an example of, let's say you want to start, I've seen friends, I have so many friends that started the pastry business, and they're doing this samosa and spring rolls, and honestly, I'm that close to them to understand how it works. It is something that if you give it your all, you're going to, in no time, you're going to get so much back. All you need to do is, like, let's say if you're doing the samosa and the spring rolls, what I would advise is, you're not to say you're going to do the spring rolls and the samosa yourself. What people normally do now is there are people that they are designated to do these things. All you have to do is you call them and you ask them how, and they will tell you how much they charge per piece or how much they charge per hour, depending on who you're negotiating with. And then preferably you make the mixture inside, and then they just come. Most times they'll come to your place. You just give them like where a workspace where they can work, and they can do that for you. Then they will do it, and then they will package it for you, and all you have to do is put it inside your freezer, and then you start selling out. And you have to know that this is something that doesn't want you to keep it out for too long, else the mixture can get bad. So you just have to be time conscious. You just have to like make adequate arrangement for everything before you start. And then this is something that naturally, once you start telling people around, you know, come up to social media. All the businesses these days, all the businesses need social media. You just come up to social media and you start telling people about it, start posting pictures, your WhatsApp status, your Instagram page, and things like that. And in no time, if what you're actually giving is there's value, in no time people will start rushing for it. And you have to be consistent, and you have to like there should be standardization. You can't just today do this, tomorrow give another thing like that. You just have to know how to manage that. That's for the pastries. And for the like food proper, as in rice and all those and things, or soups, what you need to do is you can decide to start from your kitchen. I always advocate you should start with what you have. You can start from your kitchen, you can start doing the cooking, and then you start posting on social media, start telling family and friends. Personally, unlike what people normally say, that family and friends do not patronize businesses, I've had a different experience, and alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for my family and friends that I did not even follow them to like push it, shove it down their throat that you must come and patronize me, you must come and patronize me. But alhamdulillah, they've been so supportive of all the businesses that I have. And so I keep telling people, the way you present yourself matters a lot. So you can start from your kitchen, and you can start with what you have, and then once you know that, you make awesome tasty meals, and then you keep on improving on that. And as for the drinks, that one too, you can start, as I always say, start with what you have. You can use once you make the drinks, you put it in your fridge or some in your freezer, and then you start letting people know the options available: ginger, so tiger nut, kunang aya, you know, or if you want to go for the natural juices, you know, orange juice, pineapple, watermelon, you just name it. It depends on you, and you can get creative with all these things. And you can even get people to patronize you. You can supply weddings if you're lucky, and Allah just bless it. In no time, inshallah, you're going to make it. So food business is one business that is so lucrative, if Allah wills. That's the business number 3. On to business number 4. This is fashion business. This is also a physical business, and this one too, I'm speaking from personal experience. I know what is obtainable in the fashion industry. As you all know, I have a fashion house, and this is something that you can start with actually 100,000 or less. I started with far less than 100,000 naira. Let me tell you how it's done. I'm talking to you like what is obtainable in Abuja, Nigeria now. So what normally happens is, there are people that they will just go and buy sewing machines, and then they'll rent a shop. Then they will come and put like the one that in particular that I know. Let's say a shop can take 5 machines or 6 machines, any number of machines. They will put the machines, and then they'll pay the rent. Then they will come and sublet the places with machine or without machine. You choose. If you have your machine, you can just rent the place, the space, empty space, and then where you can put just one machine, and you can start with. If you don't have the machine, you can rent the space with the machine. And the fee for renting the space with the machine, you can find out that in a month you pay like, let's say, 10,000 naira to rent the space with the machine. If you're renting the space alone without the machine, maybe it will go for like 6,000 naira. So by the time you rent the space with the machine, and then you have somebody, you get a tailor that can sew very well. In this case, I will not advise you to do it yourself. Ideally, you should get a tailor. It will be better for you if you have a tailor, and then you just learn to manage the tailor. So once you have the tailor, you get your customers, and then you learn how to take measurements at least. So you know how to take measurements. You have your tailor, and you go into the market. before you even get the clients, you can decide to say, okay, you can decide to start with the bespoke, and bespoke is the one that people will give you their own fabrics, and you make the fabrics into something beautiful, and then they'll pay you for that. Or you can decide to go into the market, buy materials, and then you come up with your own design, your own ideas, and then once you make that, that's what we call the ready to wear. So you can decide to either do bespoke or ready to wear, or you can decide to merge to do both at the same time. But you have to know that you have to keep to time. You have to be the finishing has to be top notch, and you have to be very, very prayerful. All the businesses, you have to be very, very prayerful about it, so that people will not use your services, will use your products, and they will not pay you. But you have to be very prayerful about that. So once you do that, and then you learn how to manage the tailor, because you might not be able to be there every time like monitoring him to see how he does things, but generally that's what is obtainable with the fashion industry. And that's why I say you can start with 100,000 or less, because I started that way. And even though eventually I grew into having my own machines, and at a point I also did that, I also allowed other tailors to come and use my machines, and they were paying me monthly. But at the end, it was just not working for me. There were so many delays in payments, and I just felt I moved away from that part of the business. But alhamdulillah, that's something that you can actually start with, and that's business number 4. Business number 5 is a bit related to business number 4, but then they are different. This is, and it's also a physical business. This is selling of Ankara and laces, selling of clothing generally. So this one too does not require so much capital at the initial stage. What you need to do is identify the person that you're going to get the materials from. Ideally, you shouldn't get it from people that are selling retail. You should try and see if you can get the connection to get the products from the wholesalers. And they're everywhere. Is just for you to. I know that some people do not like sharing their sources, but you can get people that are willing to share their sources. And even if you don't get, like, there was one time I contemplated starting that, and I googled that information, and I got some people in Lagos, and that's like what they do. But so if you do that, you can actually go and establish the contact, like go over there or get somebody that knows. But in most cases, you actually get somebody that is willing to give you, even if there's one contact. And then if you can't get that, you can try Kano. There are 2 options. You can try Kano, you can try Lagos. Though they said that there are quality difference between Lagos and Kano, but I don't sell clothes, so I don't know that for sure. But once you identify the people that you want to get your products from, then you use your money to like select. And if you're selecting, you shouldn't select based on only your choice, because remember that what is good for somebody might not be for another person. So you have to put your bias into consideration when you're making your choices. And then you get the products and you start putting it up on your social media handles, on your WhatsApp status, you start telling family and friends. And once you're actually selling at a very good rate, and like you're consistent with it, then inshallah in no time, even though it will start coming like slowly, but everything is a gradual process anyway. So once you start like that, you can then build up your customer base, and then in no time, inshallah, you're going to go very far, and you're going to get something worthwhile doing. That's the 5th business that I said. But then I'm going to tell you another one which I feel a lot of people overlook. So like this is like a bonus. Lots of people overlook that. I don't know why. Maybe because the information is just not out there a lot for people to really look at it as a business. But then, and that, what is that? That's the starting a YouTube channel. You know, starting a YouTube channel, actually, you can start a YouTube channel with 100,000 or less, depending on who you are. You don't need a fancy equipment like the lighting, the mic, the camera. No, you can start with the phone that you're using. As long as, if in fact, if you don't even have the lighting, you can just make use of the daytime. It's not, do your videos during the day. Just get a perfect angle, arrange your background. You can use a plain wall, whatever it is you have. Just know, if you have content, if you know that you have something to give, just do that. So many things out there for you to show people, but a lot of people do not take that for granted. And the thing about YouTube is that, okay, it has this threshold where when you reach the threshold, that is when you get monetized, and that is when they will start paying you. The first one is that you have to reach 1,000 subscribers, and once you have 1,000 subscribers, and then you have 4,000 watch hours. Note that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Once you have the combination of these two, then you'll be eligible to be enrolled into the YouTube Academy, and you'll be monetized, and that is when you start getting your pay. And depending on how much you are able to, because it's not like because you have this number of subscribers that they pay you. What they normally do is, once they monetize your channel, then when you're watching somebody's video, they'll put adverts, and it depends on the people that actually view these adverts. When people view the ads, that's when you the owner of the channel, that's when you get paid. So when the person they check to see if you are able to get up to $100 in a month, then they will pay you the next month on the 25th of every, like the work you're going to do for August, they'll pay you 25th of September. So that's how they normally do it, and it must reach $100 before they can pay out. If you're at $99, they will keep it till the next month when you're able to do something that it will pass the $100 threshold, and then they'll pay it into your account, and you determine which account to get paid into. So that's the bonus that I said I'm going to talk to you about, and I'll also go into details about how you can actually start a YouTube channel, what you need, and things like that definitely in another video. But for now, I feel that this 6 businesses are things that you can actually start with 100,000 or less, and then you grow it into something amazing, something big. I hope this is something that you're able to make something out of it, and it changes your perspective about starting a business, that you feel that you need so much money to start a business. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you are here to do that. And thank you so much. Till next time, inshallah. Bye.